Good morning, campers and parents, and welcome to day 10 of our virtual summer camp here at Camp R.I.S E. My name is Miss Brown. I am the social worker for the Reset program and your personal social worker here at camp for your mini virtual social work moment. So today we are going to go into our affirmations that we've been doing daily. I want you right now, campers, to go ahead and get out your journals or your paper that you've been using. Get your pens, your markers, your crayons, so that you can be prepared once we post up the affirmation for today. So what we're going to do is just do a brief recap of yesterday. Yesterday we had our guided affirmation session as we explored a rainforest. We kind of went through there and was in a moment of gratefulness. Talked about the many reasons we have to smile. We talked about how smiling uses 17 muscles in our body, whereas frowning uses 43, which is connected to negative connotations. So we talked about the benefits of smiling and pushing through even when times are difficult with a smile. Sometimes when we do that, it causes us to have a giggle and then a chuckle, and then we're laughing, and then it's hysterical, and then it starts to be contagious to those around us, and then you are now in a positive mood. So yesterday was smiling with our guided imagery exercise. So today we're going to do our affirmation with writing. So we're kind of coming through of what we did a couple weeks ago with writing and the importance of writing, especially when we can't verbalize our feelings. When we write our feelings down and we look back at our journals, our papers, or whatever we're placing our feelings and thoughts on, it looks like it can be a poem, it can be a masterpiece. A lot of musicians, when they can't get the thoughts out, or when they have so much feeling of expressions inside them that they can't get out, is bottled up, they just go ahead and write. It's a coping skill for some. And then their songs are produced from pain, adversities, various situations they've gone through in their lives. Even a lot of our rappers out here, situations, past pains, things that they've been through personally, they've used it to journal and used to channel that negative energy into something positive. So we're going to go ahead and channel our energy right now into writing our affirmations out. I told you a while ago, for me, writing helps me to remember prior to tests. There's evidence that shows that writing boosts our memory, improves concentration and thinking. So we're going to use these techniques when we get back to school, right, campers? I hope I heard a yes from everybody. I truly wish I was in front of all of you to see expressions, to hear voices, to see faces, to give hugs, but I'll give my virtual hug. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with our affirmation. So we're going to go ahead and post the affirmation. We're going to say it, and then we're going to write it. And then we're going to have some brief discussion. So the affirmation for today is, every decision I make is the right one for me. Every decision I make is the right one for me. Every decision I make is the right one for me. Now, when we think about that, every decision I make is the right one for me, now I can go one or two ways. You can make a decision and you can think it's right for you, but it may have some negative consequences attached. So when we think of decisions that we're making in our lives, we want to make sure that they're positive decisions and things that's going to have some positive consequences, not negative. You guys are smart, you're brilliant, you know the difference from right and wrong. I trust and believe that you know what's best for you. Sometimes you may need some support. I'm here to guide you. Caregivers and parents are there to guide you. Staff here at Reset's here to guide you. But you have the ultimate choice once we give you that guidance. So every decision you make is the right one for you. I hope it's a positive decision. So just kind of let that resonate and think about that for a little bit. And then you're going to write this. I hope everyone has had the opportunity to write it. I'm sorry, I pulled the post away. Every decision I make is the right one for me. So everyone right now should have been jotting this down or is jotting this down and putting it in your journal or placing it in your folder, in your paper, wherever you're keeping your collection of your affirmations. Because at the end of our sessions, I want you to take these affirmations and use them when we depart from each other. Okay? So we're going to say these affirmations to ourselves, and then we're going to write them and say them to ourselves as we're writing. So let us begin. Every decision I make is the right one for me. Every decision I make is the right one for me. Every decision I make is the right one for me. Notice the I. Remember, I discussed earlier in our sessions that I statements are powerful. It places you at the forefront of what it is you're going to do to empower yourself, to boost your mood, to increase self-esteem, everything that's going to make you be a better person so that you can function at the capacity that I know you can. I know you can. So every decision I make is the right one for me. Every decision I make is the right one for me. Every decision I make is the right one for me. So now let's take our trusty pen, marker, crayon, pencil, and let us write it on the back of our card 3 times like we did last time. Number 1, and Miss Brown's going to be mindful. I do write pretty fast. I'm going to write, and I'm going to say it slowly with you guys, because these are a lot of words, and I know we have some younger students on that are listening. And if you can't write, hopefully you have someone there with you to assist you. And if you don't write, you have anything to write with, just say it with me as I'm writing. And let us start with the first one. As we're writing, we're going to say it. Every decision I make is the right one for me. That's the first one. We've got that down. All right, you ready? Every decision I make is the right one for me. That's number 1. Let's write it again, guys. Let us take this and be present, Lord. Be with us. And let's take this word and go with the flow. Every decision I make is the right one for me. So that's twice we've written it, and we're saying it because as we're writing, we want to retain this information in the brain so that we can retrain the brain with positive affirmations. We want to retain this information, boosting our memory to retrain the brain to have positive affirmations attached. Self-esteem boosters, mood boosters, clarity. Let's write it one more time, guys. Every decision I make is the right one for me. Now, we know oftentimes when we're in school, we're making tons of decisions for ourselves. Some of them are great, some of them are not so great. And you know which ones are great and which ones are not so great. But we want to make sure the great ones are the ones that you're making that are right for you. And let's minimize the ones that are not right for us. So think about a decision you made that was positive, that affected you in a positive way, that affected your family in a positive way, maybe your classroom in a positive way, your community in a positive way, a teammate online on Fortnite in a positive way, something you did, a decision you made that was right for you, that affected people around you and yourself in a positive way. That's how we'll look at it. Because decisions can be made and people may think it's the right one for them, but it may have some negative consequences. So we want some positive consequences attached to our decisions that we're making for us, right? Absolutely. And we want to continue to write them out so that we remember and we retain so that we can retrain the brain. So let's have some brief discussion. Every decision I make is the right one for me. Social emotional learning competency, responsible decision making, right off the bat, is the best one for that. If you make responsible decisions, you're able to be more successful in school. You'll be able to have better rapport with your teachers and your peers, even your parents, caregivers. So let's think about social emotional learning when we're making our decisions. Let's think about relationship skills. If you're going to make good decisions for you, you're going to have a better rapport with people around you. And when I say rapport, is relationship. Making great decisions, you're going to have great self-awareness, social awareness. You're going to kind of hit all 5 of those competencies. So let us go ahead and prepare to end this session and be mindful of making great decisions as you go into your next session, and then receiving all the information that you're going to get. Make a responsible decision to do good so that you can apply the information that you're getting in a positive way. I thank you for participating. This was a great exercise. I love this one. I love writing. I know a lot of students don't like writing, but it's positive consequences attached to it. So I hope it wasn't too hard on you with the writing. But I will see you on tomorrow for our next activity. We're going to be winding down camp soon, but I am looking forward to working with you these next couple days. Have a great day, and remember to make responsible decisions, because the right decision for you, every decision is the right decision for you if it's a positive one. Thank you and have a great day. See you tomorrow.